Alright, so I just wanted to show off a Halo 5 map I've been working on for a really long time. And it's available, I think, online, and I just want to show off to other people. So let's open it up. Should be spawning any second now. Alright, so this is just where it normally spawns. We'll start over here though. So this is where one team spawns. And it's just a short little base right here. With a few weapons and such. Got some spawn points in here. Various weapons. Ammo crates. And got a second floor right here. This is kind of the boring part of the map. Got these spawn points over here, like ODST drop pods. We got a few vehicles over here. This is where the capture the flag post is. More importantly is this big old structure right here. This is where most of the game is most likely going to take place. I've got some vehicles over here because it's a long ways away. Got these vehicles here set to spawn. Let's just get one right there. So it's pretty straightforward here. This is just all unedited right here. There's it's in here where everything, really, all the map that there is to see is. You go right in here. It's kind of a big old killing field, kind of gotta fight your way through here. Got these little side outcroppings here with some tanks, which you can take down. Like all these weapons right here, all this cover. Ideally you would sit from over here and shoot here on the defending side. This is like a defender's fort. Got these things unload on the entrances and all these sandbags as cover, turrets, things like that. Something nice about this map is that it's supposed to give the defenders a big advantage. Well, kind of depends on the game mode play, but we'll just see later on. Also have this other one right here, a similar layout. Got a tank like on the other side, and some turrets and weapons over here. Continuing on with this big old open room. You have more cover and weapons everywhere. You'll notice a lot of like overpowered weapons, things like that. But the idea being that even if you're an attacker, if you can get past all through the first set of defenses, you can take everything for yourself. Because this is a big map. It's not just this big open room. So more and more turrets and things like that. You got this vehicle stop right here. For driving around in here because it's big enough to drive around. All these powerful weapons. You can even fly these in here. Drive tanks around. Drive these warthogs. See, it's a decent size. There's some stairs right here, but we don't have to worry about these just yet. Getting more of these sandbags. Ideally, if you can take that side over here pretty well, set off, you can work your way up here through these ones, and then into this little corridor right here. It's another spot of attacking and defending. Got this grenade right here. In case you need any shotguns, things like that. Work your way over here. Even more weapons. Try and put like mostly assault rifles, DMRs, and things like that. But occasionally you have the other little overpowered weapon. Like Stink right here, you know, the idea behind this is, you know, just drive this on nowhere. Anyways, some more weapons around here, like this special chain gun and energy sword, you know, on these little pads. So these are some more specialized weapons. Also these gun mongooses. They go up these stairs right here. This is a much more interesting part. There's more to do. First, you're gonna drop down here, you know, for quick deployment. If you spawn up here, this little useless room right here. It's kind of just there. There's a few weapons, strong weapons. You know, another little choke point right here. You know, another little thing. So these things are pretty normal. You know, this is the assault the location, the place where you can place the bomb in an assault. Up here is the one of the spawning locations for people. Just you spawn in this empty room up here. You can't really jump up here, to my knowledge. Yeah, and it makes it safe from enemies, as we'll see. So this is like kind of a base for stuff. So we already saw the first capture of the flag post, and we'll eventually find the other one on right here. You can throw a grenade down there if you want to. It goes. You see where you can probably find out where that goes pretty quickly. And you can go up this floor again. We got this other room. You know, go right into cover and ambush people from right here. You know, if they run out from here, you can just kill them instantly. You know, it's pretty open otherwise, but there's also this little place right here which takes you to this little place, but we'll go back there in a second. This map is quite convoluted. It's meant to be very it's a very big like house we're in right now. Another little point like this. This one's of course connected to the little other base over here. To this little wall right here. It has this warthog. More weapons and ammo. These ones are a lot stronger. Again, this leads back down to the ground floor if you can make that jump there. But if not, it's fine. You know, more and more stuff. It's much of the same stuff. But next we'll take a detour in here. So you saw that there's a roof. There's just another little choke point right here, but this leads to the roof. And so this is where all the vehicles you probably saw really quickly were. And you gotta be careful right here though, because there's another little choke point right here. Like a little checkpoint for people to camp in. This is another open area, you know, defensible with sandbags for cover. You know, all these vehicles and turrets. You know, the purpose of these things really is to, you know, lighten the horde coming from over here. You can't really see it very well. The idea that you can aim out. You also have, you know, just a few lanes. Not very many of those. Also have another roof right here. This is kind of like the balcony, and this is like the actual roof. In here, there's another part of the building. This is acts as another base for the game. So this is, you know, another defensible spot. This is meant to be a much more difficult place to take, similar to the place where we saw the other assault spot where you can pick up the bomb. So you can pick up the bomb right here. This is for the red team. The other one was for the blue team. So yeah, this is like the other home base for assault. We noticed that the capture the flag pole was out on that base over there. And so this acts as the other capture the flag location, except the other capture the flag is up there, I believe. We'll go back in this way. And we showed where you can drop off the bombs for assault, but where do you pick up the assault bombs? So then you have to go in here. This is where you can actually find the bomb. Now you got this big old open room where basically people can just pour in from either side. You just massacre one another. And it leads in directly into another room just like that. Basically, you gotta thin out more and more people. It makes it harder and harder to get in through here. There's another really big choke point where you can just mow people down. You know, if people want to go in here, you can just, you know, you and your friends can just get right here. So, and we have this like respite area right here, where if you and some people can get a foothold here, you can stay here and basically make it like a temporary base of operations. But this is where you find one of the flags, so capture the flag, and one of the assault areas, one of the assault spawn locations. And you got these tiny little pieces of cover that you can hide behind, but really you have to get behind here and take out people back here before you can grab the bomb or grab the flag. You know, you got weapons right here like this rocket launcher to destroy everyone. But you even got this shotgun right here. So I would, if my friends and I were defending this area right here, I might be able to hide behind here with the shotgun. You know, wait for people to get up close and behind these, and then just take them out like that. So you can see that this isn't a particularly short, small house, and it can actually get pretty easy to get lost in. So as you see, you can go out here and like that. It's pretty easy to miss to get back out, though. To get back through. Alright. Again, keep on through here. It's basically, once you get the assault bomb, you have to fight all the way back through all this stuff. You know, fight your way through everything again. You know, if you're the red team, you can go through there and back to your location. Or no, you're on the red team. You have to you know, fight all the way through all of these. Basically, fight through the enemy base, you know, one by one. You know, fight all the way through here and plant the bomb all the way over here, basically right above the spawn. Plant it. And then you gotta, you know, defend it, I guess. So as we saw from the, you know, we saw that stairwell earlier. We want to know where that goes. So actually, if you're right here, you might be able to make the jump, or fast. Yeah, it's pretty difficult to make, but just do ourselves right there. This is the stairwell that goes to the roof. So the idea being that just because you've gotten this room doesn't mean you can make it up there. But you know, you have to fight your way up these stairs. You know, if someone, yeah, you can't get up there. But you know, the idea being, right when you emerge here, you got all this area of fire right here where you can just get mowed down. You still have all this open space right here, but so you have to run all the way to cover. We got a few weapons right here, like this sniper rifle in particular. You can aim and snipe people. You get more and more of this cover. You know, this one, it's a lot more close quarters, I guess. And this little like just empty space right here, kind of enclosed. You got, you know, you might have to fight your way up here eventually. This is, there's nothing up here really, other than like a point where you can, you know, it's a high ground really. You know, you might have stuff like this. You know, this is kind of like a final open space for what remains. Down here you have, you know, you have this little banshee, some weapons right here. This is also where the red team spawns for assault and I think capture the flag. But it's a spawn location. This is the final, you know, gauntlet right here. There's this tiny little slit you have to fit in. But this is where it's heavily defended from. We got another capture the flag right here. I think the one that we found in the middle where the assault bomb is, that's a neutral capture the flag one, and this is a red team one. And this is where you find, you know, the really strong weapons, you know, like this thing, which if I remember correctly. This one, I think, yeah, fire super quickly one. So things like that. So, see here, you know, imagine starting out here and to work out your way all the way, you know, to fight all your way through here, all your way through here, all the way through here to get the flag. And when you finally get the flag, you have to run it all the way back to your base, which is difficult. But the idea being is that even if you're on this side, it's not the end of the world. The idea being that you and your team, you can take parts of the base in here, basically set it up as a location to stay in. You know, really in Capture the Flag, you might even want to consider taking places over here. Like this might make it for a good base of operations because you have all these weapons over here. You can basically take the actual interior of the building as opposed to the stairwell. All this stuff, basically take all the weapons in there, things like that. Whereas your main objective is to go up here and to grab the flag. Yeah, but it's still a bit of a gauntlet. You figure once you actually grab the flag, you know, it's not a particularly straightforward way to get back. You know, if you can secure this area down here, you get a pretty nice way to get back. Assuming you don't die from that fall. From here, it's basically just a long walk back. Hopefully, you know, you don't get taken out by all these. So it might be, this is still a point of being contested in Capture the Flag. You know, Assault is a much more, so whereas Capture the Flag is heavily focused on this exterior play, the Assault is focused heavily on interior play. You basically don't need to use these areas at all. You know, one base for capture for Assault is here, and the other base, you know, blue team's nice to get like a whole half floor to themselves, whereas the red team basically gets the top of the roof and they kind of get this area de facto because they spawn right here. You know, their spawn points there, but their the actual like place they need to defend is here. So they kind of have a disadvantage in that they don't spawn right by their assault bomb. But they get an advantage of having, you know, these warthogs and turrets. Well, the turrets are kind of useless here. Are they? Let's see. Yeah, they're kind of useful, I guess. You know, you get access to all these things right here, and you can just hop right down and take people out and defend. You get easy access to these vehicles. That's a real big bonus of spawning on the red team, is just being able to run to these vehicles at the start of the match. Basically stop everyone here before they get in there. But you know, the real battle, which is going to take place most of the time, is, you know, the long and arduous fight through here, because you're ideally the first encounter between people fighting for the assault flag, the assault bomb, is right here, where you should have blue team right there shooting at you, and your job on red team is to basically take them out, or at least make it through in here. And so before anyone else has gotten to the bomb, these areas are kind of just, you know, run through them. You know, ideally what you want is you and your teammates, you know, first take advantage of no one being in here, and basically getting easy access to the assault bomb right here. And basically it's time to fight your way out once you have the bomb. Basically, you have to leave. You might want to take use of this if necessary. You should hopefully get some people in here to just stay there, hold the position. You know, when you have the actual bomb, the trouble is getting out, so you have to fight your way through this choke point, fight your way through these open rooms at the same time that other people are trying to get to the bomb. spawn location because you're forced to take these paths. You can't take any other path. It's basically, you just have to fight your way through it. There's no way around it. And then you should probably re-encounter with enemies right here. Your spawn point's located this way, so this is where you should really get reinforced. Also, at the same time, people are trying to get to the assault room, assuming there's no people there. People get flanked on each side in these open rooms, because you should have people exiting here attacking, and people coming in through here attacking. So it makes it a quite difficult one. I'm not sure how stalemates work here, but I know that basically the time getting to the bases, the places where you can pick up the weapons, it's not significantly different in terms of time. So if I pick up the bomb here, I think it's about 45 seconds to the red base and 55 to the blue one. But of course, you have to figure in the fact that the red one has vehicles and the blue one doesn't. Basically, the assault variant of this map, they're both played on the same map, but when you're playing assault, it's much more close quarters and aggressive interior fighting compared to capture the flag. Much more open spaces. And yeah, so you have your bomb, you can just plant it there. Well, just get people spawning right here. But the idea being, they just spawn with whatever, assault rifle and pistol. Ideally, if you make it your way here, you've packed up some of the more powerful weapons in the game. Like you can take this turret right here if possible. All these weapons over here. This is just the greatest, but you can get the shotgun right here. Assuming no one else picked it up, of course. There's also this little mini armor right here with some of the more powerful weapons. And so yeah, I think that's basically all there is to see. There aren't too many hidden passageways really, but it is quite a convoluted map, and that's supposed to make it really hard to navigate. You can see that the whole map, more or less, all the important bits of the map in this big old structure. And yeah, so you can see that this little base right here is much more bare bones in comparison. It's just it's like a little mobile base. You just get dropped from the sky or whatever. It's your job to assault the big fort over here. So most of the combat should be taking place in there. The real purpose of this base right here is you can arm yourself before you take off. And if you're a sniper, or use these tanks right here are really meant for the sniping places over here. So it's more, this area is more of a support one. This is where you want to go to actually go to the base. And so yeah, that's basically it. This is my map I built. It took me a while, but hope you find it interesting at least. You don't have to like it, but might be a few good or mediocre at best ideas here. So yeah, so if you watch this, thanks. If not, it's fine. All right. Well, that's all.